Welcome back. This is my fourth attempt to make this video off of the webcam built into the MacBook Pros. It's been a failure with Photo Booth, my friend. I'd be sitting there talking for 10 minutes, and then when I go to upload it, it only records like 50 seconds. It cuts off at like a minute or something. Anyway, long story short. Been out of college for 6 months, been in med school for 6 months, not living in New York anymore, out of the country, in the Carib. Life's different, but I haven't done these weekly rants in 2.5 years. And even when I was doing it, it wasn't even weekly. I did it back to back, day after day. And I went on vacation a week later for like 10 days, and when I came back, I guess I just stopped from there, and I keep forgetting about it. But pretty much, it's 3:53 a.m., 3:54. It's late. It's May 23rd, and I like doing these things. So let's do what I've been doing, and it's talking about life and what's going on. I made literally 3 different amazing videos that would have lasted me for 3 weeks, but the damn computer screwed them all. So I'm gonna make this one short. The other ones would go up to 10 minutes. You probably would have been bored, but I was interested. So what I'm gonna talk about is, once again, let's fish for a topic, and that topic is obviously gonna be what Google has at its top stories. And has it changed yet? No, it's still the same ones I was reading. South Korean ex-president kills himself. Military tribunals are not the same as U.S. courts. And Obama signs new credit rules. Well, I haven't talked about the military tribunals one yet in any of these drafts. Let's talk about that. My class is uneven, probably. I know exactly why, actually. I was in a pretty bad car accident a few days ago on Tuesday night down here in Antigua. We drive on the left-hand side here. Narrow roads, since there's no sewer system on the island, I guess the runoff is just building the road elevated and having decline hills on the side, and pretty much I was driving. The assholes here always high beam, and they never turn down their lights, even if you flash them. The asshole drove me off the road. It was an SUV. It was dominating the center of the road, blinding me. It was a car, ironically, that I was test driving, that I was about to rent, and 30 seconds, this happened a minute away from my house. 30 seconds into driving, I said to my friend who's in the car, I'm like, yo, this car is really poorly aligned. It is dragging me to the left like crazy. 30 seconds after that, I veered because we're on the left-hand side, I veered to the left of the road. Car gets dragged, curb is steep. Kind of panic. When I try to pull back, it first shoots me back, and instead of braking or whatever, I pull back, and the car just fishtails and spins out of control, flies around, hits that decline hill, flips over and slides down. Supposedly I flew into the windshield, flew on the roof and everything. It was pretty bad, but I walked out unscathed. I got out instantly. My friend said I was knocked out. He said he called my name a few times, and I only answered to the third time, and that's actually the only time that I heard him. But, nevertheless, in the great scheme of things, it was pretty bad, and we walked out fine, which I guess is a message out there that even if you're driving safe and you're doing things fine, accidents still happen. This guy ran me off the road. Had he not ran me off the road, I probably would have not drifted off the road, and that accident wouldn't have happened. But even if he did run me off the road, just gotta be careful. Yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have just stopped when I was drifted off the road. But I've been driving here a lot. If you do drift, because some roads are even more narrow than others, you're supposed to pull back. Pull back safely. I don't know what happened. 1997 Nissan Bluebird with 100,000 plus hundreds of thousands of kilos on it. Cars are shit. But, wow, that's a tangent. But that's just me fucking venting. But let's get back to it. There's my story. Let's get back to military tribunals, not the same as U.S. courts. I think this has to do with the fact that Obama campaigned promising to close Guantanamo Bay, never actually stopping and asking, hey, buddy, hey, should I close Guantanamo? And then whatever that person says, let's say he says, okay, yeah, where should I move him? Huh? Should I move him to the prison that's in your backyard? Not literally your backyard, but in your state? Do you want them in your state? I don't want them. Hell, I'm closer to them than I was before, and I don't like them. I guess the whole thing about closing Gitmo is because they claim that it was harsh treatment for the prisoners, they were, abused and this and that, but honestly, what's the alternative? Taking them to Supermax in Colorado? The super maximum security prison? Is it really better? 23 hours a day of isolation? I don't know about you, but that's not that great, standard climate. It's in the Rockies. It's you only get an hour a day. I don't know. I mean, they're in Havana. Yeah, they're in a military base, but I don't think being in the States is an alternative. I mean, first of all, they're terrorists. Yeah, people are saying, no, they're still people, they're this, some of them are falsely accused. Well, that's the point of the trials. And then, yes, you're going to say a lot of them are denied trials and this and that. But they obviously weren't walking down the street 10 blocks away from some incident smoking a cigarette and a bunch of soldiers jumped them and arrested them and said, oh, someone took Guantanamo Bay. Not everyone said the Guantanamo. I mean, shit, there's thousands of insurgents in Iraq. Do they send every single one that they arrest over here to Gitmo? No. They're obviously did something for the soldier to think that they were worth capturing, you know? And if that's what it has to be, if that's where they have to be, that's where you have to be. I mean, come on, it's no Stalin's gulags. Get out of here. It's no concentration camp. It's a prison in the United States, in a United States naval facility in Cuba, who we actually have an embargo against, which, you know, it's pretty funny. Let's be honest, no one really knew about Gitmo. I mean, I remember seeing a few good men when I was younger, but I still don't know what the hell they're talking about, and only after 9/11...
It's 4 o'clock.
Thank you, Mac. And only after watching, after 9/11, and I watched A Few Good Men again, I was like, oh my god, that whole movie takes place, it's all based about something that went down in Guantanamo Bay. That's in Cuba. It didn't really have that much of a highlight in the news prior to 9/11. So, military tribunals not the same as U.S. courts. Yeah, so those terrorists going to military tribunals and Obama saying, no, you know, instead of being there, send them to U.S. courts. Yeah, they're different. Yes, President Bush created a new term, enemy combatant. Maybe you hate him, hate President Bush, maybe you don't. I don't know. Honestly, I don't hate him anymore. I hated him, I liked him, you know, right before he left. And is the country headed in a better direction? I don't know. I mean, I was at home last month, and obviously it's not like, oh, you know, everything's being destroyed, but, you know, from what my parents and my siblings are saying, things aren't getting better. My brother is still pissing, thinking he's going to lose his job. My sister did lose her job when City fired those 52,000 people in October. My brother can't find a job. My brother-in-law is afraid of losing his job. My parents' business is dead, you know. So, you know, the loan crisis is cutting down. It's hard to get a loan for school. You know, you have to bust your ass to get money. I mean, hell, medical students aren't even getting loans. I have friends that didn't come back this semester because they couldn't get a loan. Usually dentists, lawyers, and medical students, all that, they say, hey, you know what, I'm a bank, I'll give this guy, you know, $100,000 for education because shit, he's going to make money, he'll pay me back. They don't want to take the risk anymore. They say, you know what, man, I'm going to give it to that person that must have either aced school or had great credit or something because they're assuming maybe he's from a better family or, I don't know, it's, hell, we might be cutting out tomorrow's Einstein by not giving some kid a loan from, you know, some inner city kid that has no credit, that, you know, didn't go to the best high school and college, isn't going to get a loan going to a med school, even a crappy med school. And, you know, he might find tomorrow's, you know, proto-oncogene that just stops cancer. We never know. But, you know, like I said, I want to keep this short. I've been doing this a lot for the past hour. I'm tired, and hopefully I can stick to it. If I find time every now and then, I'll try to make some No Promises weekly. Hell, maybe I'll make another one tomorrow, but maybe I'll make another one after that in a month. We'll see. I'll try to keep it more composed. Just right now I'm a little wired, you know, 5-hour energy is kicking in, and I'm pretty pissed that I spent an hour trying to make this one video. So, bear with me for these next ones. You know, if my friends are watching these, hi guys, miss you. If it's people I don't know, you know, watch my other weekly rants, ones from 2 years ago. My name is Mike, by the way. Welcome to it. You're more than welcome to leave comments, but I mean, honestly, if you don't like what I say, then just, you know, air your grievance, but I'm not here cursing people out, so I'm gonna delete your stupid ass comment anyway if you're gonna say, oh, you dumbass, you this, you that. If you don't like what I say, let's get into an argument here. Let's debate. I'm down with it. Shit, I did debate in high school. It was a great way to cut school, to get out of class all day and win trophies. Damn, man. I don't go down without a fight. But, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. This may not be my best work, but more to come. I look forward to it. Good night. Oh, by the way, major allergies. That's the nasalness. This isn't my voice.